it's Zabdo's TCG here. Welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're going to be playing with Tera Box. It did incredibly well at the Lille Regionals. Got 4th place by Alejandro Gonzalez Sanchez from Spain. So we need to actually take a look at what makes Tera Box a great play again. Even continuing on over in Gdansk as well. So we have here the exact 60 and the thing we instantly see is a Mega Mawile EX. This is going to be your answer against annoying threats like Cornerstone as an example, and it also is a very interesting Pokemon because it slaps a crazy amount of damage for every prize card you have taken. You lead off with Wellspring, take down very easy weak HP Pokemon, think about Double Dracloak and all that stuff, think about Curlios and even stuff like Ralt. You can pick them off the bench because nobody's playing Shaymin, which is totally awesome. Our main objective is of course going first, using Fan Rotom, getting some Hoothoot and Noctowl from the deck instantly, and then instantly from turn 2 go for Sparkling Crystal Crispin and attack with either Pikachu EX, Wellspring Ogerpon, and there's even capabilities to attack with stuff like Lillie's Clefairy as well, against stuff like Dragapult or a Raging Bolt, for example. Don't worry about getting trapped with Clutch or something like, for example, a Wellspring or Eaten Sudowoodo or anything like that, because you do come back with the Iron Leaves EX as well as a Turo to help out with that. So we're going to be just testing out this exact 60. I am very excited to be playing with this archetype, definitely because it comes back with Mawile EX, which I feel is very underrated here with the Gobble Down, 80 damage for every prize card you have taken. So in the late game, that's actually going to be very, very impactful. So let's dive into the rank ladder here with this fantastic Tera Box deck and see if we can win some games with it. Also, be sure to check out the sponsors. They make the content possible on the channel here. They're on the screen right now. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Use the coupon ZABDOS5 and get 5% off your order. There's PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs, 5% off as well using that coupon ZABDOSTCG, and CardMarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Use that referral name ZABDOSTCG to help support the channel. And the cool thing is, when you're playing Tera Box, is that a whole lot of archetypes will allow you to go first, because most archetypes in this meta game want to go second. Think about archetypes that are currently very popular in the game right now. They want to be using Turbo Energize, they want to be using Technical Machine Evolution, so that is one of the few decks in this format that wants to be going first. So we're going to be going first with Tera Box, and hopefully we will be finding ourselves a Fan Rotom. That's the only thing we need to get ourselves going. Wow, TCG Live is a little bit drunk right now, as we see they didn't shuffle well enough, but now we have ourselves an interesting setup. So let's see here. The opponent is playing Gardevoir. Okay, let's see what we're going to be able to do against Gardevoir. Gardevoir, still a very popular archetype. It was 18% of the meta game, just so you know, that's a lot. So we're going to be going for the Buddy Puffin. So in our situation, we actually want Fan Rotom. I could also get out a Ditto. Yeah, that seems to be great because I want to be attaching and retreating instantly. So so we can get ourselves a Tera Pokemon in play. I already have a Tera Pokemon right here. That means we can actually use Ultra Ball to get ourselves... yeah, that actually is quite interesting because we already have Bulbasaurus in hand. I think instead of going for the Ditto here, I will actually just go for Hoothoot. I'm going to try to get the combo going with Bulbasaurus and Sparkling Crystal. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of the Terapagos. Don't need that. And also getting rid of the Turo. Don't need that either. Let's get rid of those and get ourselves... Typically you want to be going for the Ditto here, but I'm actually just going to get our Wellspring out instantly. And the cool news is, with this situation, I could have also like gotten out Latias, but we can still do that later. I'm going to get an energy onto Wellspring instantly so we can then, the following turn, use an Earthen Vessel, Sparkling Crystal with the Noctowl, and then boss up whatever we feel like. So this seems to be like the best plan of action. Let's go. Get that energy onto the Wellspring. And the cool news is we're going to be going for Fan Call, getting ourselves Hoothoot. And I will take 2 Noctowl. They could still Iono us though. And in this scenario, the only thing I need is a Sparkling Crystal. But if I have the double Hoothoot, I can get the... This seems actually an interesting situation. I'm just going to get this, hoping the opponent just goes for Lily's Determination or something else. So let's slap down the Hoothoot. And I could slap down this, but I'll wait. Maybe they slap down Artisan instead. So this is where we're at right now. The cool news is, depending on what we top deck, 1 Noctowl could be sufficient. There's an Arven. That's fantastic. That means that with our situation, we can actually evolve into Noctowl, get Sparkling Crystal, get Earthen Vessel. With the other Noctowl, get Nazball for Mew EX and an Air Balloon, and then we should be good from there on out. So they're going to be going for 2 rolls as expected. We already have the Bossasaurus in hand. There's already an energy on the Wellspring, so this is a fantastic situation. They're going to go for Terra Technical Machine Evolution. Fantastic. I was 2 steps ahead because I was predicting that. There's also a world where we can just go Iron Bundle, by the way. So the Bossasaurus a little bit less relevant in this scenario, but imagine they have another Munkidori on the bench or something like a Screamtail, then the Bossasaurus would have been necessary. Okay, we have the energy here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going for the Noctowl. And this one Noctowl will be sufficient to get ourselves the game here. We will go for Sparkling Crystal and Air Balloon. I could also just get Sparkling Crystal and Nestball, by the way, because I can get Latias. That's actually not too bad. Then we can save our Air Balloon for later. I think Latias is in the deck if I saw that perfectly. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. So we go Nestball, get ourselves a Latias. So a lot of our fellas have free retreat. We will retreat into Wellspring Ogerpon. Utilize the Iron Bundle to push away the Munkidori right there. And both Gurdia will instantly get evaporated, which is fantastic. I'm gonna leave everything that I have in hand, and now we're just gonna go for the Torrential Pump. And you see how devastating that could be, right? All the decks in the format, most of them, will allow you to go first. If you go first with something like a Tera Box, you dominate entire fields. Definitely with Wellspring Ogerpon. Reminds me a lot of like Radiant Greninja back in the day. Let me know down below in the comments if you remember that. And we have a Crispin in hand, so we can do it back to back. I know I most likely will get confused here by a Munkidori, so that's why we still have access to that Air Balloon, which is in the deck. We have the Crispin in hand. So the best plan of action... Okay, they get rid of an Iono here. Interesting. Is it going to be a Research? Energy on the Munkidori. Bravery Charm on the Munkidori and an Iono. Okay. I could have gone for that second Noctowl to get out the Mew EX, but this is probably an okay move. Okay, Lillie's Determination. Perfect. And we have an Ultra Ball as well. This is not too bad. We have free retreat with Latias. There is definitely something we can attack with. If we are able to get Iron Bundle back, they might actually push up Fezandipiti or their only Ralts once again. There's only one Ralt sitting in the back. To actually attack with Wellspring, we're now going to be confused, right? Okay, Iron Bundle no longer works in this scenario. Okay, we are confused. We can take our chances. It's a 50-50 though. There is a Metal type energy, so maybe it is better to actually go Area 0. And then Ultra Balling everything away. Getting ourselves... Mew EX is probably the best plan of action, although this is also not too bad, right? Teal Mask Ogerpon, drawing some energies. There's still a lot of energy switch in there. There's still Nazball to get Mew EX later. I'll just go for this. Try to play it safe. And go for Lillie's Determination. Okay, energy switch, perfect. We have another Wellspring over here as well. Interesting. So we slap down Mew. The thing is, with Nazball, there's still another Pokemon that we can use to attack, right? Is there another Pokemon? Terapagos is in our discard pile. Lillie's Clefairy could technically attack here. It could. Let's see. I'll Nazball first, see what we have access to. Can slap down another Hoothoot. Like, the rest of these cannot attack. That's for sure. Yeah, the rest cannot attack. So, the best plan of action probably would be... we can try and take our chances here. There's a Teal Dance. I know we're gonna get damaged. We have the Noctowl. What could the Noctowl provide us here? Currently, we will need a lot of energies. And to pull this off, it's definitely not gonna work. We have Noctowl, but I want to be preserving that Noctowl. Lillie's Clefairy also seems to be not in the deck. There is still a world where we can Noctowl and actually use Terapagos. That actually is not too bad of a plan. Now that I think about it, I want to be targeting down the Ralts. But I'll just focus on Noctowl, Stretcher, and attack with Terapagos instead. Yeah, let's go with Stretcher. And is there anything else we could use? More energies? We already have energies. Maybe it is best for us. I don't know if they're gonna go for an Iono again, but if we can just get an Ultra Ball, we should be fine for the following turn. Although, if they actually knock something out, maybe a Crispin is actually all we need. Huh. Stuff to think about. Or maybe a Boss's Orders. Also not too bad. They need like Boss's Orders at the moment. So, I'll take these. Take my chances. Because we still have Mew. I'll use a Stretcher. Get myself Terapagos back. This is the fella that has to do it. Energy on the Terapagos. Energy switch on the Terapagos as well. Free retreating this fella. Let's go. And then Mew EXing for 1. We still have a Boss's Orders in hand, which is great for next turn. Depends on what they actually come back with. So here we go. 240 damage. Let's go. They have a Hoothoot sitting in the back. They can still Scream Tail that, but we have Mew EX, so that's fine. We only still need to take 3 prize cards while there is a Fezandipiti on board, might I add. They need Candy Guardy. We already took care of a bunch of Kirlia. Lillie's Determination, so they need exactly Rare Candy in that Lillie's Determination, as well as a Gardevoir EX to make it happen. They have 11 cards in hand. They still have 6 prize cards. For all we know, there's 1 Guardy prize. There's like maybe 1 Rare Candy prize, and there's still 1 Rare Candy on the bottom of the deck. So that's how fast Tera Box actually is. It takes over games with the Wellspring, and there's always the Panic Sub attack as well. You're going to be going for the Stretcher. Most likely we will see... Oh, a second Ralts. Okay. Like a fun fact is that we can actually boss up Fezandipiti. And with that situation, we only need 1 more prize card, right? With stuff like Super Rod Iron Bundle, that could be a thing. They actually got rid of an Artisan. Very peculiar. Maybe they already have Gardevoir EX. If that is the case, there's still a world out there where you can Teal Dance, E-Switch, Crispin, and attack with Pikachu to KO. Oh, there's Scream Tail. Okay. No Gardevoir EX. Do they have it? They probably would have showed it already, right? Okay, another Monkey. Nothing? Really? Okay. If that is the case, we just charge up one of this on the fella over here. And we boss up this guy. So the only thing we need is an energy to win the game. Let's go. 240, get rid of the Fez. And now we just need 1 more prize card. And with so many weak HP Pokemon on the bench, they need to take down the Wellspring Ogerpon. They cannot take down Hoothoot with Scream Tail, otherwise they leave themselves wide open. They could still, everything has free retreat except for the Noctowls, right? So, oh, Secret Box. Is this the comeback of the century where the Iono was into 1 while taking down, they cannot take down Mew EX unless they do it with Gardevoir EX. And if they do it with Gardevoir EX, they're gonna damage themselves a little bit because of the fact that they're gonna have their manual attachment going onto one of the monkeys to actually transfer over some of the damage. That means we only slapped 300. That means Teal Dance, E-Switch, Crispin, Pikachu. That's what we need as the combination to knock out Gardevoir EX. Or we just give an energy onto the Wellspring. Okay, Mystery Garden right here. We can discard some of our Pokemon. Definitely going to be these 2. And yeah, the Fan Rotom as well, I suppose. Although Fan Rotom is actually an attacker on itself, which could be great. I think I'll just get rid of it. Let's go. All the rest are consistency cards. We have Free Retreat with Latias. We have Teal Mask Ogerpon to draw some cards. Mew EX to draw some cards. The Noctowl to get ourselves any 2 cards we want. And as soon... Okay, there's a Bravery Charm on the Ralts. Not that it matters because we do slap 120 with the Torrential Pump. So are you convinced yet that Tera Box is a nice play? It's just too fast. Iono to 1. What will we get? It is Pikachu. It's already 1 piece of the puzzle if they do attempt to attack with Gardevoir EX. Another cool thing is that Terapagos most likely will not go down. Not this turn at least. If we draw into 1 energy, that's the game. Unless they counter Catcher and knock out Wellspring, but that also opens the door to our own Fezandipiti if we manage to draw that. There are still 2 Area Zeros in the deck as well. You see this total domination of Tera Box right here. Mystery Garden can allow them to draw some cards. We could do the same thing. There's 2 Psychic type Pokemon in play, technically. So if we slap down Lillie's Clefairy, we can also utilize the Mystery Garden at one point, I suppose. Did they find... They only have 3 cards left in deck. Are all of their counter catcher... I think most of these lists are playing only 1 counter catcher, right? And that's the mistake of the Gardevoir players. That means if we draw an energy, we have the game. And does they now counter catch your Wellspring? Only 3 cards in deck, that's crazy. We can also sub them out the game or something. 3 Ionos played, that's a lot. That is a lot. Miracle Force! Even Terapagos survives, so a Bossasaurus is also game. Crispin, okay, that's the game right here. We retreat, we Crispin, and we attack with the Wellspring Ogerpon. Let's go. We take 2 energies. Yeah, that's the game. So they haven't taken a single prize card. That's how powerful Tera Box was. Insane for sure. So I want to give a huge shout out to the person that actually got top 4 with this, Alejandro Gonzalez Sanchez from, Spain. And there was also more people playing Tera Box at this event. They actually didn't show up on the best of the rest on the graph, but during phase 2 it was there, I think with a meta share of like 4 or 5%, which is definitely saying something. So who else played Tera Box here? There was Carter Melnick from the United States getting 12th place. There was Janus Wagner from Germany. That's also playing Tera Box, so a lot of them in the top 16. 3 of them in total. Okay, and now we just lose the coin flip, and we don't mind at all. Do we lose the coin flip? Yeah, we do lose the coin flip, but the opponent will still allow us to go first. Because all the decks in the format want to go second. They want to go for Turbo Energize, or Technical Machine Evolution, or sometimes they just want to be playing, having access to a supporter to find Arven, right? To find the Buddy Buddy Puffin, or the Secret Box, or all the stuff that is considered consistent. Alright, opponent, show me what you got. Also, you might think that Tera Box, yeah, the opponent will go first. What? What happens? Are they also playing Tera Box, or is it the same opponent as last time? This also is an insane situation. Mind my words, we have Crispin and Sparkling Crystal in the opening hand going second, while having Ditto in the active position and a Nazball. This is total domination. We can one-shot anything that the opponent has. It looks like they're also playing Tera Box, but we will be the first person. We can Ditto into whatever we feel like and one-shot. Yeah, let's go. That's gonna be huge. What do we power up here? Do we have the capability to knock out a 210 HP Pokemon? What could do it? Lillie's Clefairy? Lillie's Clefairy if they slap down their entire bench. And this is Eevee Box, by the way. Interesting. We can also just Wellspring and Iron Bundle, right? That is a hilarious option. Okay, let's go. This helps. Let's lead off. I could get the Fan Rotom. There's a Turo. Nah. We definitely need Nazball first to see what is in the deck. Yeah, we have the Latias, and then that means I want to actually get the Iron Bundle going. They might actually knock us out with that. Well, taking 2 prize cards on the, right from the get-go here feels pretty good. I know it's a greedy play. It is a greedy play. We can transform into Fan Rotom. Nah, we really need Fan Rotom, right? Attacking the Wellspring. Is it an option? They can still trap us, by the way. Let's start off with a Fan. I could go for all that funky play shenanigans here. Fan Call. Let's get ourselves Hoothoot. Noctowl. Just play it nice and safe. Hoothoot. And then we have Crispin and Sparkling Crystal, right? So they have a full bench. Interesting. Sparkling Crystal will not work that way, but if we slap this down on the bench as well, we have a Terra Pokemon at least. And then there's 200 damage output with Lillie's Clefairy. Still not exactly what we want. If I could have gone for the entire situation. Let's go Transformative Start. Sparkling Crystal. I could just knock him out with the Pikachu, right? It's actually not too bad. I could also attack with Unified Beatdown, but we're not gonna get there, so I'm fine. We have a Metal Energy in hand, right? Okay. Metal Energy, this is fine. I'm just gonna go with this. Sounds like a plan. Sparkling Crystal here. And Crispin time. Okay, what are we still missing out on? There's a lot of Metal Energies in this deck. We have Metal Energies in hand. I'm gonna go for Metal and Grass, because the rest is still in the deck. Sure. Metal and grass it is. This one in hand. And then we can do it again next turn. We have a Noctowl, so whatever they think they want to do here, let's go! Turn 1, Topaz Bolt. I was gonna try and go for like the Wellspring attack, but I need to go for the Iron Bundle. That was better to set actually up some of the Hoothoot to help ourselves against. They could still Noctowl Iono, put us in a bad spot. And at least we have some Noctowls to work with and 2 Tera Pokemon in play. Incredible! Incredible. So they forced us to go second. This was an Eeveelution based deck. And that actually is going to be very, very useful. They can just get Flareon, but Flareon doesn't one-shot us. They need to like have Crispin in combination with something that can deal with Pikachu. Most of these Flareons, they're not playing Volcanion. Pikachu EX is also not too prevalent in the game. The Iron Hands based decks are also not too popular. So, what are they gonna do? They can't counter. They can take care of both of my Hoothoot. Eek! That is actually very, very good. That is very good. They would need like Crispin, Sparkling Crystal, a way to retreat. Are they gonna go for that? Do they have Sparkling Crystal? Energy, Sparkling Crystal, switch? Dang it. They're gonna take care of both of my Hoothoot. Now, that is very, very crazy. Without Hoothoot, there's not a lot I can do. I could still sop the Wellspring for a turn, I suppose. I don't think there's gonna be a lot that they could do. I have actually access to Turo. Leaving this into the active position. Attacking with Fan Rotom. It is not good. So I was too aggressive in this scenario, but sure, we have an air balloon. I'm just gonna get an energy right here. And call it a day. Yeah, our hand is very bad. They did burn a Noctowl and their Sparkling Crystal for this entire scenario. They could Crispin, take care of Fan Rotom while damaging Pikachu, but then we knock out Wellspring if we do draw into a decent energy. Our hand size is pretty huge, but yeah, our Hoothoots are gone. So the opponent played that out perfectly. Another Noctowl. If I'm being honest, we have no hand disruption in our archetype. I wonder what they're gonna do. Crispin for sure. Take care of the Fan Rotom. We do have a Turo. I could Turo up the Pikachu, but I don't want to do that. I just want to draw into like a Grass Energy or a Earthen Vessel or a Lightning Energy and take care of the Wellspring Ogerpon right here. Also, a funny fact that I realized in this archetype is that it is not playing Blood Moon, which is actually one of my favorite late game sweepers. Here he goes again. Wellspring on the move. It could actually take down both of these. They can actually start focusing on the Wellspring out. They're just gonna take down the one prize Pokemon. That does make a whole lot of sense. What else? What do we do here? Draw into an energy? That would be fantastic. I know they can like Briar, I suppose, if we go down to 2. Lillie's Determination. Well, that is very useful. I'll put an air balloon here. They cannot slap down any other Pokemon. Yeah, they will. Area 0. And now it's time for Lillie's Determination. Yeah. Grass Energy, Lightning Energy. None of those, but we do have access to something to fill the bench. Okay. First of all, Ultra Ball. I'll get rid of this. I need to draw cards. That is the most important factor here, is that we draw cards. We have Mew and we have Fez, which can do all the exact things that we want. So we're gonna start off with Buddy Buddy Poffin, getting ourselves a bunch of our Hoothoots back. Hoothoots have returned. Lillie's Clefairy is here. Mew EX is here. Teal Dance Ogerpon. Come on. Mew, you got this. Okay, we have a Stretcher. that allows us to get a grass energy and blow up this fella. Yeah, but the problem is if they have Crispin, they cannot play Crispin and Briar all in the same turn. They totally cannot. So this should be sufficient to get ourselves in a wildly winning position. Pikachu, do it again! Boom! Unless they are able to power up a Wellspring Ogerpon again, without Sparkling Crystal, this is also an archetype that's not playing Teal dances, I suppose. They could, I wonder. We have an Ultra Ball, we have a Tera Pokemon in play. We have a Lillie's Clefairy that slaps for 1000 damage. We should be good. There's still E-Switches, Crispin, and Stretcher for the Pikachu. This archetype is actually playing a Super Rod. I'll have the Super Rod and then Nuzball. Oof, it's gonna be way more tricky than I imagined. Noctowl does not work. You don't have a Tera Pokemon around, so that means game, probably, because I will Teal Dance, E-Switch, and attack with the Wellspring. Yeah, let's go! No more Tera Pokemon around. Or they did a mistake. Yeah, they did a mistake. They had Tera Pokemon in hand. So, what else? Mew EX? Note to self, Noctowl only works when there is a Tera Pokemon in play. Without a Tera Pokemon, Noctowl is useless. Okay, Fez pops off. Cool news is, Crispin and the Metal Energy means that the Mega Mawile can actually slap for 1000 damage currently, because we're actually 320 to be exact. Okay. No free retreat, but we have a bunch of options, right? If we Crispin and we need the Crispin and E-Switch. We have the boss, which is not going to be doing too much unless we attach here. If we attach here and Earthen Vessel, yo, if I Ultra Ball all these Ultra Balls, I can get the Noctowl. And with the Noctowl, I need Earthen Vessel as well. Oof, that's going to be pretty tricky. Ultra Ball, I'll get rid of these. Yeah. I'll get these. With the Ultra Ball, I can get the Noctowl, and the Noctowl could provide me with Earthen Vessel and Energy Switch, and then we just boss. Earthen Vessel and Energy Switch, and then we just boss and knock out the Fez with Pikachu, and Pikachu takes all the prize cards right there. Let's go. So Noctowl strikes again. It allows us to get any two trainers from the deck, and in my situation, Earthen Vessel and Energy Switch is exactly what I need to get this game locked up. We get rid of the Ultra Ball, getting ourselves Grass Energy, Lightning Energy. We attach the Lightning Energy. We Teal Dance, a Grass Energy in play. Now we can E-Switch it all the way onto the Pikachu. Let's go. And that's how Pikachu takes 1000 prize cards in this game. Fezandipiti, get over here. Feel the wrath of the Topaz Bolt. Boom! And Pikachu takes down the game. So, again, you can play from going first, you can play from going second, depends on which Pokemon you start off with. So if you go second and have access to Crispin, there are two main attackers out there. You can attack with Lillie's Clefairy instantly, or rely on the E-Switch combinations of the Teal Dance, or just like me, when you have some luck by your side and have the Sparkling Crystal in the opening hand, there's a lot of crazy things you can do. So yeah, that's another dub for the Tera Box. I was afraid a little bit because they took down all of my Hootoots, but in the end, Tera Box came out on top. I wonder what would have happened if they actually used Ultra Ball, get a Tera Pokemon in play. Then probably a Tera Pokemon would have been in the active position, right? And I needed way more. Probably would have needed Ultra Ball for Fezandipiti, get to find a Super Rod with the Noctowl. Yeah, it would have been difficult, but not impossible for sure. Lots of options with that Jewel Seeker. Also, if you guys are enjoying content like this, gameplay-wise, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It takes only one tiny second every time, but I always appreciate it if you would do so. And yeah, it's super effective on the channel. Again, if you want to go first with this archetype, yes. The only thing you need is a Fan Rotom to get your game going. Fan Rotom can also get that Ditto, which means you can get that Tera Pokemon. Okay, we lead off with none other than the Fan Rotom. I don't know if we go first, if you want to lead off with Fan Rotom. I think it's also not bad. I'll lead off with the Teal Mask Ogerpon here, and there's a specific reason for that. That means I can Teal Dance and attach Retreat and attach to something else, depends on what I top deck. Because I can also get Ditto into the active position, right? Something with a Latias. Okay, let's lead off with Fan Rotom, as always. And yeah, I'll just tin the deck because our hand is actually pretty weird. Let's go for Hoothoot, Noctowl, Ditto. I want to actually have more Hoothoot at my disposal, but I'll lead with this. Also gonna check real quick. We have Wellspring Ogerpon. Is our... Oh, we don't have access to Iron Bundle, which is actually quite annoying. But again, we can already get one energy onto the fella, then we can just go for Boss's Orders plays because we do have... no, we don't have Boss's Orders in play. Sure, let's lead off with this. Hoothoot, Ditto. Teal dance a little bit left and right. Let's go. Energy switch. That's actually kind of interesting. We will retreat. And go for... I think this is going to be... If I'm not mistaken, is it going to be... I think it's going to be Dragapult. So, with that knowledge, I have to check real quick. Lillie's Clefairy is in there. But more importantly, Wellspring Ogerpon and the Sparkling Crystal are in there. I'm going to save my Stadium in hand. Psychic Energy is also useful for Lillie's Clefairy, so I'm just going to be putting a Metal Energy right there. And yeah, next turn, I will go Noctowl. And with Noctowl, I will get Sparkling Crystal and I will get Boss's Orders. And that means if they actually get 2 Dreepies down, they're going to be going away. For sure. Unless this is another archetype. Oh, there's Arven, that's fine. I think it's Dragapult, so we are fine. We are 1000% fine. And if it is Dragapult... oh, Trolley? What? Okay. We can still use that Boss's Orders play, but... I think it's gonna be Mega Absol Box. Mega Absol Box. Okay, Joltik Box. Okay, whatever box it is, both Gimme Ghouls will be... Oh, we're actually gonna be giving up 3 prize cards with the Wellspring Ogerpon. There is still a world. We have Area 0. How do we deal? They're gonna power up Iron Hands, right? But if they take 3 prizes, that's kind of scary. Our archetype actually is not playing Briar. It is not playing Briar, so we cannot cheat out additional prizes left and right. There is a Joltik right there. I can knock out both Gimme Ghouls. Is that gonna be great? They're taking a lot of prizes. We will need to deal with that Iron Hands. If we can fill up the bench, that's great. I can also sub the Joltik, but they most likely have answers. Yeah, let's lead off with a Teal Dance. Yeah, Area Zeros and stuff. Ah, this is not good. Even if they take 3 prize cards, this is the 2-2-2 prize trade, right? Okay. This is the 2-2-2 prize trade. So, what is the best plan of action? Do we just Crispin? We have E-Switch in hand, so we can save that. They're probably not going to be going for any disruption whatsoever. We can try and go for our setup. Take care of these 2. And Pikachu can then take 4 prize cards, right? So with that being said, there's also E-Switch already, so we can save our Sparkling Crystal. We have everything we need to take 2 prize cards right here. So probably the best plan of action is to get creative. Yeah, it's probably to get creative here. So, we will lead off with an Area 0, widening our field, go for an E-Switch, onto... Oh, now that I think about it, that's not exactly what we were looking for, because I don't have Sparkling Crystal Shenanigan. I think I'll have to wait and buy them 1 turn, but they can this is bad. Yeah, I needed the Sparkling Crystal in hindsight. Okay, buddy popping these 2. Nuzball, getting ourselves. Yeah, the Pikachu is also pretty good. We don't have disruption, so yeah, I took a tiny little risk here. I probably needed... This was with the E-Switch, right? So maybe we just draw into Earthen Vessel to get our Water type energy. That would be great. Or yeah, Water energy is even priced, so we need Sparkling Crystal. That's gonna be crazy. Crazy to pull off. Ultra Ball. Get rid of these. I could already get myself How do we get ourselves out of this nasty situation? Okay, maybe we draw into the Sparkling Crystal regardless. Okay, we do not. We do not draw into it. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, Mew-EX, not gonna be doing too much with genome hacking. I still need it down. I could take... Typically I could KO like Joltik, but there's no... There's still E-switches, so I guess... Snap it down here. Nah. We just sop and hope they don't have a second Arven, right? They need Prime Catcher. The boss is not gonna be doing too much unless they have Galvantula, then they can evolve the little Joltik, and then I'm totally screwed. So I was like, with my mind, oh, I don't need Sparkling Crystal because I have E-switch, but I don't have the Water type energy. So Sparkling Crystal is definitely gonna be necessary. They have 9 cards in hand. They have Genesect, so technically they can draw 2 more cards. They already have 1 Gholdengo, so Genesect is not gonna be doing Genesect is not gonna be doing anything unless they like get out an additional Gholdengo right there. They can draw 2 cards and they need an Arven. They already played an Arven, so and I hope they cannot play Prime Catcher. Yeah, they play Precious Trolley. Okay. They need Turo. They need like the raw Turo in hand. They probably are playing Pokegears though. But if they don't have the raw Turo or the Switch, we should be good. Pokegear, please, no Turo. Show me boss's orders. A boss's order. No Arven. Yeah, Turo. No, no, this is scary. This is really scary. Okay, now we're totally smoked. Like the sub situation is gonna give them 3 prize cards. Dang it! I know we can blow up like the Iron Hands there, but still, this should have never happened. I could have got like 2 prize cards like Joltik and Gimmighoul with Sparkling Crystal, but our bench would have been very awkward. An Air Balloon. Yeah, they're gonna be drawing so many cards. And that means they need to like have balls. And now we're gonna be in a bad situation. Like maybe at one point they whiff balls, but I doubt it. And be very much for 3 prizes. Ah, I brought this upon myself by not selecting Sparkling Crystal. Yeah. This is my own doing. So there's definitely things that could go wrong with an archetype like this. Okay. Noctowl right here. So let's lead off. Could slap down the Fez. This is a 2-prizer. Do I still have Turo? Nah, Turo is gone. Ah, that's so silly. Even if Turo is gone, yeah, they can just boss and they win the game, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Flipping the script right here. Okay, Noctowl. Let us go for Sparkling Crystal. Crispin. We already have Crispin. We have no disruption as well, so that's like the silly part about all of this. I could go... No, it's just gonna have to be another Crispin, back-to-back Crispins, or maybe getting ourselves an Ultra Ball for later. So we already have an Ultra Ball for later. Sure, let's go. Get an E-switch. Yeah. Because we can then go for Bulbasaur's place if need be. Okay. Sparkling Crystal time. Crispin. Metal and Grass. Yeah, Metal and Lightning. Sure, there's Grass in the discard pile. Yeah, Grass in the discard pile. Sure, let's take these. Yeah, this is my own fault. Now they like need just a couple of Bulbasaurus to win the game. So silly. Retreat! Yeah, if I had something like an Iono, things would be different. They would be different. Also, I wonder if I would have knocked out like if I knocked out like I would have needed the Sparkling Crystal, so I probably would have not been able to attack with Pikachu quite easily. Yeah, there's a lot of energies in their discard pile. They already wasted the Pokegear, so let's hope they don't have boss. They most likely have boss. If they don't, that would be beautiful. Yeah, Mew-EX, also low HP. They just need 1 boss this turn and then they win, right? They need like back-to-back boss. Probably are playing something like an Iron Bundle as well. Let's see. They can draw 2 cards there. Oh, there's still a plan. Because they burned their Turo, right? There's still a plan. I could go and trap Genesect. Now that I think about it. Should I trap Jans? I can. Yeah, there's still an option. There's still an option. I could go for Wellspring, and then sop them until they have enough damage for like the crazy turn. They did burn a Turo. Depends on how many Turos they're playing. Venture Bombs. What? I would have lost regardless with stuff like this. Yeah. If they have room for Venture Bomb, they probably only play one Turo. But they probably play a switch card as well. They probably will. Yeah. There's only one more game plan. And the last game plan we have is to Wellspring a Latias, sop it for 10 times, or like sop it for 5 times, or 6 times, and then win the game. Like, we have a lot of boss. We need to sop for our life. They have Venture Bombs. Insane. And we don't have Iono. If we get Iono here, that would be great. Could also sub until they're decked out. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it's our only thing we can do. If this is like the last Turo or something. Sure. Let's go for Nazball. This is the only plan of action. We retreat. Go with that. And we boss up Latias and hope for the best. Don't need to draw more cards here. I just want them to deck out, or like we need to like boss one more time. If this has, they probably have Bravery Charms as well, so we need to just do the exact situation. They have probably Turo or Switch. If I had to be guessing here. Penny! Yes, perfect. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here while we can. The opponent has everything. I wonder if we knocked out the Joltik and the Gimme Goal, how far we would have gotten. It would still be very difficult because I would have burned and they still would have taken 3 prize cards. So Iron Hands decks are still quite scary for the Tera Box. Yeah, one more game for Tera Box before we call it a day. So let me know down below in the comment section how you personally feel about the Tera Box deck. For me personally, it feels very nice because a lot of opponents allow you to go first. And if you go first, find a Fan Rotom, you're halfway there on winning the game. Okay, here we go again. We did discover a weakness. We don't have hand disruption, so up against a deck that draws tons of cards like some sort of a Gholdengo deck, you're not going to be able to slow them down once you are behind in prizes. And I also am missing low-key my Blood Moon Ursaluna a little bit. Yes, let's go first. Let's go first and demolish an entire field with Wellspring. Come on. This is a very awkward start, leading up with the Iron Leaves. That means if the opponent is playing some sort of a clutch situation, this is not good. Elgem. Yowza. They're playing some sort of a Sudowoodo action. So that's bad. Yeah, we just need to be faster, right? We need to be faster. Nazball. Fan Rotom? Yeah, Fan Rotom time. Fan Rotom. Ditto, Hoothoot. We already have a Noctowl in hand, so probably just another Hoothoot. I'm gonna check real quick. We have access to Latias, which is probably the way they trap Pokemon, so we're not gonna slap Latias down. We have to probably resort to Crispin and Sparkling Crystal right there. Yes. This, attach, retreat, and transform ourselves into Wellspring. Where is he? Also checking real quick if I have Turo. So that's good. At least that's good. Eaten Sudowoodo is probably the way they... Yeah, with Eaten Sudowoodo they can trap Pokemon infinitely. If we don't slap down Latias, you're good to go. If I had to guess, they just... Oh, Phoebus. That means I cannot Turo. That's annoying. I need to take down that Phoebus ASAP. If they slap down Shaymin now, we're completely smoked. They probably just set down Pidgey. Would Brock's got Pidgeys and Shaymin? And then, oh, what? Alright, it's Kangaskhan. It's a 3-prize Pokemon that we potentially could take down. Yeah, they're gonna retreat and draw cards with that. Yeah, interesting. Latias is there. Yeah, definitely need to take down that Phoebus. I thought they were gonna be playing Pidgeys. I was sorely mistaken. But I will take down the Phoebus and damage the Kangaskhan. I technically could down Area 0, Ultra Ball, and then take down the 3-prize Pokemon, but then they're gonna trap us, so we definitely need to... Ugh, interesting. Crispin, 2 energies there. Noctowl could get us... Do we go... Yeah, we definitely need the Crispin here. There's no other way. If we attach Sparkling Crystal, there's no way I can boss. So I will have to... Crispin! Water energy. Grass energy, I suppose. Yeah. It's probably gonna try and trap Noctowl here, which is annoying. And that Kangaskhan will also still have hit points, which is also annoying. Noctowl. This is a control deck, so that could also be quite devastating for us. Let's take Sparkling Crystal. Yeah, we can technically Iron Bundle. So we have the Sparkling Crystal and Attachment of turn, so I probably will go for maybe the boss's orders. And then with the next, or yeah, we have an Ultra Ball, so we can get the next Noctowl set up like that. I want to like, bossing is gonna be crucial, I would say. Let's lead off with this and go for Torrential Pump. This is gonna be quite devastating. Yes. Taking down the Phoebus. Phoebus is annoying. We don't have energies in place, so the Algym is not gonna be doing anything. Algym is not what we need to worry about here. I need to worry about stuff like Eaton's Sudowoodo. That's gonna trap Pokemon, and I can actually infinitely trap Noctowl as well. And then we have ways to actually start attacking with Noctowl, but this is not playing Pidgeot, so they don't always have the exact cards. Pidgeot would get the exact cards, with the Kangaskhan they do not. Kangaskhan currently only has 200 HP, which is something we can take down. My game plan would have been Ultra Ball, Noctowl. Maybe I should have gotten out a second Crispin. Also, I've never played against Mega Kangaskhan with Tera Box, so this is like Mega Kangaskhan control. With my Milotic, they prevent us from going for Turo. So that's why I went for the Phoebus in the first place. Hello, Noctowl, you are trapped. Ugh. Attach, retreat, attack with Wellspring. Huh. If I take down Mega Kangaskhan and Latias, I win the game. It will, however, be quite difficult to do so. The opponent needs to like have eaten Sudowoodo up and ready to go to trap this guy. And the problem I see with this is that we slap 60 with the Noctowl. With Speed Wing. That 2 shots and Eaton's Sudowoodo. Also the Mega Kangaskhan, 200 HP remaining. They probably can penny that up. Yeah, control decks also quite difficult for Tera Box. Not gonna lie. The beginning of the video showcased the true power and the force of the Precious Trolley as well. Okay. Can we trap something with Sop? Precious Trolley. What Pokemon are popping up? Let's figure it out together. Which Pokemon do they use to trap me? I could Noctowl, or I could just attach and pass. There's this Eaton Sudowoodo. Oh, Pidgeys as well? Crazy! Okay, what would be cool is that we take down Eaton Sudowoodo and a Pidgey all at the same time. But if we... There's also our Iron Leaves that we started with in this situation is so bad. Yeah, Eeveelution. Not what we want to see. There's Crispin. Crispin could allow us, if I actually want to, if I throw up the Iron Leaves. If I throw up the Iron Leaves at one point, that could be interesting. Crispin, I'll get Grass involved and something I will not need. I have more metal, so I'll go with these. This one in hand. Let's go. I don't want to waste my other Pokemon here. Just gonna attack 60. I do have a ball, so my Noctowl potentially could take down one of these Pidgeys or these Algems. Maybe saving the balls for Mega Kangaskhan is also not bad. Accompanying Flute, a Terapagos, hello. We don't want to see Terapagos, but we have Area 0, so it's fine, I suppose. Please trap me. I have one. Oh, there's Penny. Penny, Kangaskhan, more draw power. Okay. This is quite annoying. We have one. This is going to be the attacking Noctowl. To be quite careful on what happens now. There is a world at one point where we E-switch, Turo and attack this guy, but then we're trapped forever. We have one Turo. We need to like keep attacking with Noctowls, I suppose. All the rest of the Pokemon can attack. This one can evolve, so just safe. Play it safe. Handheld Fan. We do have access to only 2 bosses' orders. So we need to time them perfectly, right? This is a 3-prize Pokemon. Doesn't do anything. Area 0 Nesball. Try to set up a Pikachu, take down the Kangaskhan. 240 is also enough for the Terapagos. So 240, unless they just pick this up or not. There's Turo, but I cannot Turo. Ugh, this seems annoying. What do we do? Turo and then take 2 Pokemon down? 2 Pokemon down. Interesting. Need to wait. I need to wait. But I will take down a Pidgey. I have one more Balsasaurus to work with. Noctowl is taking prizes. It's crazy. We have the E-switch. Okay, that's a great card to get from the prizes. I did not attach to Terapagos quite yet. Throw up the Noctowl. We need to like not evolve the rest and try to attach energies onto Iron Leaves. Like E-switch Grass energy to Iron Leaves. Keep attacking with Noctowl. Depends on where they actually put the energies, and then we can E-switch the energies where we want them. So that's actually not bad either. If I Turo and do the Wellspring Ogerpon, take down 2 of the Pokemon instantly, then there's an Iono. Unfortunately, my great card's going down to the bottom of the deck. We need to take 4 prizes here. Okay, we have the raw Turo. That's actually very interesting. Very interesting. Depends on what they do. I want to Turo up the Iron Leaves. Slap down the Iron Leaves. Take all my energies. But then I can no longer... I will have to attack with Noctowl, believe it or not. Also, they Iono themselves to a low hand size at the moment. They have the Pidgeotto, so at one point they will get any card they want. So maybe it is a nice strategy to take care of Eeveelution and Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto. Is it going to be a great time? I think we could do it. Take down Pidgeotto. They have 3 cards in hand. What are the odds? Yeah, it's time. We have a Super Rod here as well. Could be great. Ultra Ball. Now that I think about it, I could Turo and then pick it up. Thank you. go for the Wellspring. Energy. I'll get rid of this. Water energy. It doesn't matter because we're gonna Crispin, right? But I could just get grass energies already. Proactively? Sure. Proactively. Get these. Go for... I need the Crispin. I need to just make sure that they don't have anything. They only have 5 cards to pull off this entire trapping strategy. Let's get Crispin. And then a boss for... Or maybe an E-switch. Probably will stab on something else. Crispin and E-switches. We will probably need boss as well. Well, we can get that later. I think I'll just focus on Crispin and E-switch. Yeah. Slap down this. Maybe I should have gotten the Ultra Ball in hindsight. Doesn't matter. Yeah, now that I think about this, is completely wrong. Because I Turoed. Yes! This is completely wrong. Yeah, it's gonna have to be for next turn. Let's make sure they cannot retreat. They only draw 1 card, and then we can do the stuff we were destined to do. Yeah, they can put the energy anywhere we want. Yeah, on the Iron Leaves, that's perfect. Can put a grass energy right there as well. 4 cards. Please no Pidgeot. Give me some slack. I was like too far with my thought process. I should have waited 1 more turn. But they cannot retreat into like the Kangaskhan. They can still penny, but then the Kangaskhan is up in the air with the 200 HP remaining. And the cool thing is we have E-switch, so we can save our Crispin for later. Or do we save our Crispin for later? We need to KO Sudowoodo and Pidgeot. Oh, boss's orders? Nah, this screws with our plan. This screws our plan over. 100%. Yeah, we will get Sudowoodo once again. Now this, this is annoying. Sure. Ah, we should have saved our Turo. This was not the right play. Not at all. Right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to, guess we're gonna have to attack here. Yeah. Knock out the Sudowoodo. I really want to go after the Pidgeot though. They have the handheld fence, which is annoying. And they have the boss. It's also ugh. If they have Pidgeot, it's all over for us. So this is our #1 priority. Yeah, we could E-switch the... There's Penny. Nah! Nah, okay, now we're completely lost. Like, leading over the Iron Leaves, already using Arturo and they having the boss at the exact time with only 3 cards in hand is really what screwed us over. So I can no longer win this scenario. They now have drawn more cards with Kangaskhan, so I think Tera Box has a bad time against Control. But it's very fast in the metagame. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. And also go check out the sponsors. They make the content possible on the channel here. We have dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. PokedownStore.com for your TCG live code card needs. And cardmarket.com for European players, where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you guys soon with more Pokemon TCG content.